battle of AFL alumni. It's the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Greg Zuerlein out for the opening kick. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Ty Johnson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
He's got this complete to James Cook. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Now a Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the 32. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. This is ahead for about 5. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Slot man in motion left. Allen gonna throw again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Hall. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and just 2 to go. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Now here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll run here. It's Hall. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Johnson now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Buffalo offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
They've got 1st down from the 31. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Again, it's Cook. Crosses midfield, still going. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on first down, Allen. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
This one's quickly to Shakir. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. A quick slant here into the hands of Cooper. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Again, Allen to the air. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So we're through one quarter of this AFC East contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here, the Bills definitely thinking points. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Allen on third down. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills start to fight back with their first points of this game. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Now to kick this away. On the return, here comes Kene Nwangwu. This return makes it up to the 25. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Rodgers to throw. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. To throw is Rodgers. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
So on fourth down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another one for Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Hits his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Allen on 3rd and short. Connection made to Coleman. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And that's good for a gain of 5. Will McDonald there on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. And it's the Bills facing 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Shakir with the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. And it's a nickel look from the Jets, 3rd down. Shakir sent in motion left. Allen throw on 3rd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Amendola able to put it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Bass now to kick this away. Wangu now to return. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Complete to Braylon Allen. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his 1st kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen off the play action. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to go down right along midfield strike. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Man in motion, out of the slot. Brought in right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. First down throw for Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Allen gonna throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This will be a 44-yard look. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. It's halftime here in Buffalo. The Bills with the lead after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Bass now to kick this away. Wangu now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Bronx. See if they can attack that deficit. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Hall once more. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the gun, it's Hall. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Christian Benford up to make that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 29. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Rodgers out of the gun on 3rd down. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes So many times in practice, become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll run for it with Hall. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He finds Kincaid. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
They're set up at the 35 now. Receiver in motion, going left. Allen now on 1st down. Connects with Cook. And he'll get it up to the 44.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Allen setting up play action. Escapes the puck, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass too, and that D-tackle just got it done.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
The Jets out to begin another drive. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This will be caught by Adams. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Zuerlein on now for the extra point. And the kick is good. And they'll take the lead.
14, Bills 13.
Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Johnson with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Cook calls it in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
On 1st down, Allen. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So second down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
2nd and 10 now. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Big moment for Tyler Bass here. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Bass now to kick this away. Wangu now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Jets offense now set to take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They start the drive with Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Garrett Wilson. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, New York.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Rodgers here from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. He'll throw it. That's cut beyond the marker. Down to the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Hall has the New York touchdown. The Jets have taken the lead late. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Zuerlein with the extra point. And the Jets jump in front now by 5.
Bills 16.
Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Back to throw. This will be caught by Cooper. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Coleman with the grab. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
He'll look to throw it. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Slot receiver headed left. Setting up to pass. Connection made to Coleman. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Now Allen off the play action. Complete to Coleman. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. They're now set for 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Allen gonna throw again. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, yeah, that looked good, but you gotta get both feet down too.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Trying for it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game.
You know, this game could be pretty simple. Beat the man in front of you, carry the ball over the line. Rushing football at its finest.
Pass now to kick this away. Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets and Davante Adams getting set for another look here. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers finds his target, Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Working out of the gun. It's Rodgers. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Rodgers set to pass. That throw finds Conklin. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Again, Rodgers. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. This is for the ball game. And this will not be caught. So their last chance save to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.